There's a beautiful madness inside my soul, and I can't stop thinking of you, walking on the lonely avenue. Are you, are you, are you my love so wild? Please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me, baby. My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me a sign.
That keeps freezing. That's not good. I have to disable my camera for a second. Ah! Oh my gosh, this is such a disaster. Oh, come on camera, don't do this. Be nice. Please be nice. Please don't be a butt. Just one time, that's all I want, is just for you to not be a butt one time. Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Hey, Maze. Yeah, it's going crazy over here. It's been too long since I've done a sculpt stream. I'm trying to figure out the best angle for this. I have no idea. Okay. Right here. I don't know if that's great. It's not great. I should have a shorter something to put this on. I think I'll get a glass. Yes, I'm okay. I thought this video would be better. Let's see if I can like fix the way it looks. Exposure. What? Trying to fix this. Color intensity, oh my, that's crazy. Contrast? Oh dear, let's just cancel all of that. No. Hey Fox, how you doing? I'm trying to figure out how to get this to not be terrible. Because it looks really, it's hard to see right now. Keep the red filter on, make it look so intense. Alright. I feel like you guys can't really see most of what I'm doing. Is that okay? It's not the most interesting background. I'm sorry. I feel like I should put something there. Maybe if I move this and put it like, ooh, I'm so sorry, lion. Please don't die, camera. How's that? That's not terrible, right? That's okay. You can see some of the detail. Okay. Hi, Emmett. Yes, I do get inspired. I like to listen to music while I'm making art, for sure. How are you doing today? Fox, sometimes the number count, like the view count, is behind what's actually happening. So yeah, that could be why it says 1 person when there's really... Mine says 4. So I don't know. I don't know what the discrepancy is. Okay. Sorry, I don't feel like I can like really talk to you guys. But... Right. Put that over there. So I'm trying to decide if I'm if I want to paint this lion today or if I want to start a new sculpture. I feel like I want to start a new sculpture, but I don't know. He's pretty rough. I actually made this when I was a teacher. It's a bunch of like leftover clay. Are you heading out?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to make something. I had this idea while I was taking a shower about a creature I could design, possibly. How are your days going, Fox? It's been a while. What have you been up to? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Just watched The Nun. Isn't that like a horror movie? Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. I think I don't have my clippers. No. I need to go grab those really fast. Okay. You got scared once. You spilled all your drink onto your lap. Oh man. Yeah, I'm no good at scary movies. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Your lap is all sticky. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it weird that like you guys can't really see my face? I feel like it's kind of weird, but maybe that's just me. Okay, I think I'm going to set this aside for now, and then if I get tired of what I'm making, I'll come back to that and paint it. So that's been sitting in my like to-do pile for a long time. So, first sculpture stream in the new place. Wait, what? What? You guys, my roommate just sent me this picture. There's a chicken across the street sitting on someone's car. Oh my gosh. Do you see that? Do you guys mind if I go look? I have to go see this for myself. I'm sorry. You guys know, if you guys are around me at all, you know I love chickens. Here, have this egg-shaped rock and this lion to stare at for a moment while I go see if I can find this chicken on the car. That's so cool! have ADD. my chicken adventure. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you guys are still here or not. Okay. Oh, my camera's not working again. Awesome. Whew, I'm so tired. So, there was a chicken outside. Of course, my camera's not working at all now. That's cool. Oh, great. There we go. Okay. Phew. Camera. Okay. Oh, I'm so tired. I had a chicken adventure just now. Oh gosh, of course it's not working. Why would it possibly work? Like, what sense does that make for anything that I own to work properly? Okay, so the chicken that was outside my house just now, she apparently belongs to a neighbor just behind me, but I didn't know that. So I just got done like running all over the neighborhood with this chicken in my arms and knocking on people's doors trying to figure out where it belongs. You've been learning life lessons from my lion? Well, that's good. I'm so sorry that I abandoned you guys for like 20 minutes. Gosh. Okay, what did I miss? What life lessons did you learn from my lion? Whew, I'm so tired. That chicken probably walked right back out since it is not well kept. It's like, it's in this yard. It belongs to this guy in this yard who's got really wide fence slats, so I'm sure it just walked right through again. It's probably gonna get eaten by a hawk or something. I almost want to take it to the history park where I volunteer with chickens, just because it'll be better kept there. But, oh well. The patience that comes with the hunt. I mean, I definitely just learned that. I made a friend, though. Well, I mean, I met a neighbor, so. Sorry. I don't know how. There. If I move this down here, it's almost like I'm talking to you guys. Just trying to move my camera. Because I use it to, like, make sure I'm on screen correctly. Or my stuff is on screen. Okay. Anyway, well, that was exciting. Proper main care. Excellent, excellent. Oh, what is this? I can't see it now. It's too small. Oh, thank you for the cheer. I appreciate that, Amaze. I did try. I really did try. Okay, I didn't even finish, like, posting that I was streaming. Okay. Ow. I get the hiccups from running. I found I get the hiccups from pretty much anything. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, so tired. That silly chicken. I feel like that's just such a funny word. Chicken. Alright, all these screens need to go away now. So, oh, that's scary. So anyway, this guy's really heavy. He's probably like a pound, or at least a half a pound. He's solid ceramic, like fired clay. So he's pretty brittle. Probably should handle with care. So anyway, for now, let's go ahead and do something else. I'm gonna make a sculpture. And I don't know what I want to make it out of. Or of, I should say. But I was, like I was saying before, I ran out because there was a chicken lost outside. I had this vision, I guess, or like an image in my head. Oh gosh, my camera froze. Oh, here we go. Of a sculpture that I want to make. Yeah, I don't know why my camera keeps acting up. I'm so sorry if it freezes. Hopefully it fixes itself like that after a few seconds. I'm sorely in need of a new camera. Part of the problem is that the webcam works okay by itself, but it has a really short USB cable, so I had to use a USB extender, I guess, just basically a long USB cord that I had to buy separately. And I think ever since I got that, the connection has been bad. And so I think it's just, I need to find a webcam that has like a decent length on it. I just have not found one yet. AKA can't afford one yet. Alright, so for those of you who are curious about the process of sculpting, I'll try to walk you through kind of how you start. So this is an armature wire. It's actually just like soldering wire. I have a bunch of like random wires I've had for years that I stuck into a box full of wires. And I have chicken feathers on me, you guys, from holding that chicken. So yeah, armature wire. And then you just kind of like shape it into the creature or the thing that you're making. You think about it like a skeleton. Oh my gosh, my hands are so feathery. Probably gonna have feathers in this thing. So yeah, so you do that. So for instance, like this would be like the head and the neck part. And I kind of wanted it to be a little bit of a different angle for this one. So this is kind of the general body shape of the creature that I think I want to do. And so this would be like the neck and the spine, and then this is where the hips will attach, and this is where the shoulders and things will attach. And I'll keep part of this for a tail. I'm not sure how much of a tail I want, really. It's so hard to tell. Part of my problem is that I don't sketch from like start from a sketch. I just kind of work and make a thing. So it makes it hard. But anyway, so the creature I think I want to make is like a kind of like a crouching arch back. So like this is the general shape of the creature right here. There we go. So yeah, so basically what I do is I make the spine part, and then I'll go ahead and I will trim pieces for the legs. And I always do more than I think I need because it's really easy to cut things too short. And then you're really kind of up a creek. There we go. And so, I don't know how everybody else does this, but my favorite way of doing this is to just, either by using foil or like a little piece of clay, I kind of just attach things, kind of like use this as a glue. And then sometimes I'll wrap it with foil. We'll see how I feel. I'm not sure if this is exactly where I want it, but clay is a good way to kind of hold the place. Better to have and not need than to need and not have. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Sorry if you guys can't quite see what I'm doing. One of these days I'm gonna have 2 webcams. It's like a dream of mine. And so like one of them will be... Do you hear that? Somebody just yelled really loud upstairs. I think he dropped furniture on his foot. Because it sounds like he's been moving furniture for like 2 days. Yeah, you heard that too? That was a guy screaming upstairs. Or like yelling in anger. I'm not sure what he was doing. Alright. So there, we've got like the basic... Here's where I think the arms are going to go. Now when I get more sure of what I'm doing, I will fill in some of this, so I don't have to use it all for Sculpey with some foil. But I think I want it to be like a crouching creature, so his arms are going to be bent, you know, like this. So eventually, once I get it positioned, I'll bend these back and make him lower to the ground. But for now, let's just make sure that we have the wire we need. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So I think this is about right. I have ghosts. Hey Dwayne, how are you doing? Yeah, seriously, wasn't that creepy? Oh, how creepy would that be if that was a ghost? That would freak me out. I'm so not good with spooky stuff like that. I wouldn't call myself superstitious, but like, I don't know, but I'm not going to rule out the possibility of ghosts. And if they are real, I don't want to mess with them. Like, I want them to stay far away from me, just like as a precaution. So that would freak me out for sure. Like, I'm like a ghost agnostic. Like, I'm not sure, but possibly. I guess I'll know when I die. I'll try my best to tell you all without haunting you and making you scared. Okay, so this is going to be the back, and so the interesting thing about back legs is that they're actually the same as front legs, like how we have an elbow that, I'm sorry, I can't see, that like bends like this. So back legs are the same on mammals, except for they are opposite, so they bend like that. Here, I'll just show you. So I get excited about anatomy. So like if this were an elbow, they would bend this way at the knee, like that, right? And they would stand. But like back legs are the same. They just go this way. The hips face this way, and then the little feet like stick out and like curve forward. And that's true for humans as well as any mammal, really. But yeah, animals are so interesting. So anyway, I'm gonna make the little knee and ankle joints. You're good? I'm glad. So let's see. So yeah, I think that's about where I want it. So I'll do the same thing and I'll attach with clay up here. And if anyone watching knows how to do all this and you're just like bored by my explanations, I'm sorry. I used to be a teacher, I can't help this. I just want to explain things. So I love learning and helping others learn. Yeah, he's definitely moving furniture. He surely must have dropped it on his foot. Like I can hear it scraping across the floor, whatever he's dragging. Okay. So. Oh yeah, you did 3D modeling most of the day? It's kind of similar, isn't it? Like you have to make joints and things, but it's not quite the same. So looking at this, I think I want his spine to be a little bit longer. Even though it doesn't make a lot of anatomical sense, for the pose I'm trying to strike. Okay. So yeah, this is about what it will look like. So his head's going to be coming up like this, and he's going to be like crouching. So to help make that crouch, I'm going to take these and just bend them ever so slightly. You work backwards? Oh, so you start with the full form and then you make the skeleton? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I don't know anything about 3D modeling. I'm so not knowledgeable about that. So yeah, here's our little creature. Make his back arch a little bit more than that. And it'll be easier for me to like adjust his pose once I get more body in him. So yeah, let me go grab my foil and then I'll kind of foil sculpt the muscles and like where I think things should go and the look of it. I still don't know what kind of creature this is going to be. I'm just going to kind of wing it. We'll see what happens. So, BRB, let me go get my foil. Should have grabbed it before. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I got foil and more water. Because I'm already really thirsty from chasing that chicken. Whew, okay. For those who missed it, I went and chased this chicken. My roommate just left and she sent me a picture of a chicken across the street from us on top of someone's car. So I went out there and made friends with it and picked it up. And walked around the neighborhood for like 20 minutes trying to figure out who it belonged to. I think I found the right owner, but I'm sure it's going to come right back out because it's not very well fenced off. Like the fence, it's got a fence, but it's a really short fence and it's like really wide spacings, and so the chicken can probably just squeeze out really easily. So okay, now then, where'd my foil go? There it is. Yes, allied chickens everywhere. They're so sweet. It was actually a really sweet chicken. Like, it had no problem with me picking it up and like walking around with it. It was like, yeah, this is fine. This is normal. Apparently, according to my neighbors across the street, my new neighbors, they said that they have returned it a couple of times to the owner. And the guy behind me said it belonged to the guy right behind him. Finally found somebody that was home. Okay. I mean, how can you not want to help a chicken on a car? It was walking in the road as other cars were driving by. I was just like, ah. So I probably should have done this around the body. Now that I'm trying to do it this way, this is the worst way to do this. So anyway, this is like the chest cavity. That's what this little ball foil will stand for, or be. Sorry, I should probably do that where you guys can see. I'm breaking everything. Yeah, this was like the worst way to do that. Okay, let's try that again. See how I like slid the foil off? I mean the little hips are like sliding. Alright. There's some clay in here somewhere. Alright, let's do a smaller piece. Can you guys tell that I'm super rusty at sculpting? It's been a while. Too long. Far too long. Okay. Let's get some foil on those hips. So you stop sliding around everywhere. So, now that I've got it mostly attached to itself, I'm just going to reinforce those attachments with layers of foil for a while. I'm probably going to do some thin ones first just to make sure it's on. So I went from the bottom this last time, and so now I'm going to come up from the top to help kind of cement it in one place here. And eventually it's going to stop moving around as much. So the tricky part about this is to not let the limbs get caught in the skeletal stuff, which is what I'm doing right now. You want those to stay kind of mobile and like free, so that you can pose it. It's kind of fun. It's like having a little like action figure before you bake it, if you build the armature correctly. So you can kind of bend it into whatever pose you want without cracking the clay or breaking it. I just got a little excited. Let's do this. I'm just going to shape the ribcage like this since it's so balled up. I'm so sad and scared for that chicken. One of the neighbors said that the raccoons got the rest of their friends, because like I went into that person's, supposedly the person's yard, and there's like nowhere for a chicken to sleep or do anything. I found dust bath and I found a bunch of feathers, so I knew the chicken lived there. But it was like there was just no coop. There was nowhere for it to be safe, and there wasn't even like trees for it to roost in. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I might go talk to them and be like, hey, since this chicken is probably going to get eaten if it stays with you, do you mind if we donate it to the Golden History Park? Because there's a bunch of chickens there, and they're very safe and very not in danger of raccoons. And that poor chicken is probably just wandering the neighborhood looking for friends. Because chickens are social. And they are not meant to be alone. Poor guy. That's probably why he let me pick him up. She was probably just like lonely. Poor chicken. I might go try to meet that person. I don't know, is that too busybody-ish? You guys tell me if that's not cool, if I should not do that. But I just, like, there's nowhere for that chicken to be safe. And then they can go visit their chicken whenever they want. Because it looked like a pretty young chicken compared to the ones at the history park. Oh, thanks. Is it? I'm glad it's interesting. I never know if people are interested in what I'm doing, but sculpting is really fun. I think it's one of the more fun mediums, especially to watch. I always like watching people sculpt because it's just kind of like, how do you make it look like that? And then you can watch somebody do it from like start to finish. So what I'm doing now is putting in just the basic bones. So the rib cage is probably a little small still. I might beef it up a little more in a minute, but I also want to fill in the rest of the body cavity so that I can start, it has balance, so that when I do the legs it is kind of even. So for the most part, like I said, there we go. That's better. For the most part, the armature acts as the skeleton, but for things like the rib cage, I'm not going to make that out of wire because I only really need to make the skeleton or the flexible parts of the skeleton out of wire, and anything like shoulder blades or the ribs or the skull, they don't really need to move. You know, they just need to like take up space basically. So yeah. Do I remember you? I feel like I recognize that name. Are you from, gosh, what's the name of that guild? I forget still. Are you from Royal Pain? Are you, I can't remember. Do I know you from DS? I feel like that's where I know you from. I can't recall exactly. Are you King? I think you might be King, but I'm not sure. Please don't be mad at me if you're not. For weeks you saw rabbits running across your backyard, then you saw a fox across the yard and you stopped seeing rabbits. Oh no, that's so sad. That almost, I think I told you that story of when I was chicken sitting for some friends. Didn't I tell you this? And there was a fox one time and it freaked me out because I was watching them and they were just like out in the yard. So scary. Okay. So anyway, this is going to be kind of in place of the organs. So like I'm going to lay it against the rib cage and it's going to fill up basically like the intestinal area, spleen, kidneys, all of that. I'm just going to kind of bunch up. That's what I thought. I thought you were King. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for hanging out. I wasn't sure. I was going to say something earlier, but I didn't want to be wrong. So it's like maybe they'll just tell me who they are. But I thought I remembered you following me in it being a name with D's in it. What's up? How's your evening going? Okay. Oh darn. Problem with that though. So I need to like attach it from the top too. What just happened? Something just vibrated. So I'll take this kind of like a bandage almost. And just kind of wrap it around. So I'm kind of like making the legs break through this bandage just because I'm not ready for them to be attached yet. Obviously he needs a lot more tummy, unless I want him to be incredibly emaciated and likely not living. Let's do like this. So there, now he's got a little bit more body to his stomach. I'll attach to this, and then I can start building on the other parts like the shoulder blades and the hips and kind of the pelvic area. That's looking pretty scrawny right now, but it will not look that way for long. Enjoying watching my art. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is how my mind works. It's crazy. Kind of a mess right now, but it'll start coming together. Just gotta have faith. I'm saying that for all of us. It's hard to, I hate this camera setup. I really can't wait till I can afford 2 cameras so that I can actually do good sculpt streams. That's honestly part of why I haven't done as many sculpture streams. I just feel like this is like the worst way to watch a sculpture being made. Like you can kind of see, but I really want I really want to mount so that I can like put the camera above, so you have a down looking down view, and then one like on me, like on a necklace or something, so you can actually see like what I'm doing from my perspective, because I feel like that's way more interesting. Or at least like have it like right here or something, like facing the sculpture. One day. I mean, I'm already kind of, I'm on the way to hitting that goal, actually. I finally, for those of you who don't know, I finally got up the courage to launch a Patreon campaign for people who like what I do and want to see more of it, see more stuff, better stuff. And one of my goals on there eventually, it's a couple goals from now, I think, but eventually one of my goals is to actually be able to buy another camera and like actually make a good sculpture setup. I just, on my current paycheck, I can't really afford that. I mean, I'm making a living with art, but just barely. So it's kind of slow going, starting from the ground up. But I'm excited. I already obviously, like if you're watching me on Facebook, like the only reason I'm here on Facebook is because of my awesome patrons. So if any of my patrons are watching, thank you so much. Even if you're watching later, I really appreciate your support. You guys are kind of amazing, and I'm just super floored that anybody wants to like see more of what I'm doing. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't think I actually have my Patreon on that yet. I probably should. Yeah, I don't think I have a Patreon. Oh no, I do have a Patreon command. I don't know how to make it go though. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so we have, but yes, you can also support me just by following me on social media. I'm Casey L. Snow everywhere except YouTube. As soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I can change my username there to Casey L. Snow as well. Right now it's just Casey Snow. And I'll probably commandeer Casey Snow for my own personal one, but I've considered just making a YouTube channel, like just making a new one instead of waiting to have 100 subscribers, but I don't want to have to re-upload all those videos I have there, so it's just gonna be like that. And when I say all those, there's not that many, it's just like stream videos and a few watch me draw videos where I go through the entire painting process for a few digital paints. I need to do some more. It's on my list of things to do. A few more art videos for my YouTube channel. My lovely to-do list that only seems to grow no matter how many things I tick off of it. Do you guys feel like that? Where like you have a to-do list and you feel really productive and you're like getting stuff done off of it, but it just seems like the list just keeps growing instead of shrinking? Like you just never catch up. Sorry that my music is not the most exciting. Facebook and YouTube are very mean about using copyrighted music on your streams. They will ban you. And Facebook especially will just like block you from actually being able to do anything. So like YouTube gives you 3 warnings, but anyways, I'm just sucking it up and playing lame copyright-free music. Hey, Last! Oh, hey, Christine, how are you doing? Good to see you. I am not sure what animal it is, to be honest. You try not to think about your to-do list, Amaze. I'm just kind of like making a creature right now. I'm just gonna let it become what it wants to be. I kind of have an image in my head. It's not really an animal of any kind, it's more just like a Halloween-esque critter, but I guess it does have kind of like feline-ish anatomy. We'll see. I think it's gonna have like some spines. I really wanted its back to be like super arched. Kind of like it's, I don't know, unhappy in some way. How have you been? Building it up with foil first so I don't waste all my expensive Sculpey doing inside stuff. How you doing, Last? Good to see you. Oops, I think I'm using my roommate's foil. This is not actually my foil. Let me go put this back. Oh, the joy of having roommates. Okay, yes, I bought this like jumbo size foil specifically for sculpting. Alright. Hopefully my Facebook's... So my frames per second are green again, but I feel like it hits some people out. I feel like I lost connection with all of my stream sites for some reason. I'm not sure what just happened. Strange. So it's also important to look at your sculptures from the top, like from all angles really. I'm really bad about checking from the top. I always make sure the silhouette looks good from the side. But it's really important to like, that's why I love this table. You're still here, Mace. Thanks for sticking by me. But yeah, you have to think like you are drawing things from wherever you look. I want it to make sense. I have a really hard time with that on the face especially. I always somehow make the face like slightly asymmetrical. Just slightly, but enough to basically. So yeah, I'm just wrapping everything up so that all these little pieces stay together. I might take some of the foil off the tail. I'm not really loving the way that looks. It's getting a little thick for me. I hope that chicken stayed where I put it. I'm super afraid now that it's gonna get eaten or run over. Okay, so the foil is making it a little trickier. Okay. Ooh, my hands are like black from the foil. You wouldn't think that foil would do that, but I always forget it is a metal. It's like little pieces of it come off on you. So what design are you working on, Amaze? Oh yeah, the little color guys, little energy guys. They're neat. Okay, so it's definitely time for me to start wrapping the legs. Keep forgetting you guys can't see over there. Sorry, I'm not used to this setup. Trying this out brand new in the new place. First sculpture stream in the new abode. This idea that they all help power a robot and now you're trying to design a robot. Oh, cool. That's fun. You're really good at that kind of stuff. I'm still struggling to learn how to do mechanical design. Okay, so I just shaped the leg of a somewhat hind leg. It definitely needs more everything. But it looks very feline. I've been studying a lot of anatomy books lately. And like kind of looking at the differences between like feline and canine anatomical structures, and I just, I don't know, last one I did was a lion or a cat, so I kind of got that on the brain, I suppose. But it's kind of fun doing it this way, because if you know where bones go and where muscles and things go, it's kind of like interesting to see yourself building those structures, and you can really be like, just know where they go if you know the anatomy. That's why I always used to tell my students and tell people still when they ask me how to get better at like art and drawing and like, you know, representational art, I suppose. And my number one place that I tell people to start is draw from life, learn anatomy, like learn what things actually look like, because so many people want to do, you know, cartoons and like animation and anime like right off the bat, and you have to know what things actually look like so that you can exaggerate them. So if you know what things, like where things actually go, you know how to exaggerate them and still make them look believable and functional. Doodlebot, I can't save right now. What are you talking about? I am saving. My progress saves instantly. Doodlebot, you're fine. So for those of you who are new to my stream, usually I do digital art on the stream. I guess I mostly do digital art. I sometimes do sculpture, but I have my bot set up to remind me to save because I'm really bad, as Amaze will tell you, really bad at saving on my own. Okay. Well, this does not look great right now, but I promise it will come together soon. I'm getting really hungry though. I might need to take a dinner break. Hey, what's up with you? Last? I'm doing okay. I just got done chasing a chicken around my neighborhood and then trying to find its owner. So that was my exciting thing of the day. Other than that, I was just working today. And unfortunately not this work, which is the work I would prefer to be doing. So I want him to be more crouched. So I think I'm gonna lean toward something like that. But yeah, I'm doing good. How are you, Last? I worked out today. I didn't want to, but I made myself go and was proud of me. I also had an accountability buddy, so that also helps make sure that I go. Yeah, I'm just making this thing. Okay, yeah. My stomach is like growling, eating itself. I need to go make something to eat really fast. Sorry that there's not much to look at right now. I'll put this lion back up to give him a friend so you guys can see where this is going. Anyway, wash my hands and eat some food. Give me like 5 minutes and I'll be right back. You shall dub him BRB Lion. That's awesome. I love that. It's a good name for him. I mean, his name's technically Flynn, but BRB Lion's better. Okay, I mean, I'll sit here for a minute, but I am going to be eating. I'm sorry. I haven't eaten since 11 a.m., I think. Did I have anything since then? Yeah, I don't think I did. I think this is it. So I'm kind of hungry. I mean, let's be honest, it wouldn't be my stream if I wasn't eating at some point on the stream. You guys get to watch me being very messy while I eat. So special. Ooh. Oh gosh. Still trying to find a name for the robot box between Spectro and Spectro Knight. I don't know. Why Spectro? Sorry guys, I'm on dinner break for like 2 minutes. Did you name it Spectro because of the spectrum of light? Was that the idea? Oh, that was very spicy. is why? Okay, that makes sense. I like it. Ooh. I got food on my shirt. I just washed this too. Oh. Can't all be spotless. Okay, well done. Weird dinner. It's like wild rice and soup. Like a really old can of soup that I probably should have thrown away. Tasted bland. And some yogurt. You know, flipping a coin, it's actually not a bad idea. Hang on, my boss is texting me. Ender, what are you doing? Oh dear, I'm gonna break something. Trying to get around the auto mod? You are being a nerd. Look at you go. How have you been? It's been a minute since I've seen you. Thanks for gracing us with your presence. Trying to get this goofy sculpture to make sense. I figured since the back was arched, I should go ahead and just make it like feline-esque, but I'm not gonna make it a cat. Yeah, you just gotta be careful in here, Enter. I do have kids watching, so I would appreciate if you could make that your only catchphrase. How's your week been? What you been up to, man? Talk to us. Tell us of your exploits. I need to find some better music. Yeah, that's the reason AutoMod is kind of stricter in here. More stricter. I'm not sure. My English is bad when I'm tired. Just because I try to be considerate for parents who I know some parents watch with their kids. So I just try to keep the family relatively family friendly. I know that's not popular on Twitch, but what you gonna do? Check my layers, Doodlebot. Wait, that wasn't Doodlebot, that was you, Amaze. Ah, my layers! Am I on the right layer? I think I am. I think I'm safe this time. It's been exhausting. Cleaning a whole house. Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't you just moved recently, right? Am I remembering the wrong? Is that not you? I also moved. I can't remember if I told you that. We are moving buddies. Whoops. I thought it was you that just moved. It was somebody. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe I'm crazy. You did not move recently. Okay, so I am crazy. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't want to be crazy until I was old. Your family is on vacation. Oh. Are you cleaning it out of obligation or because you want to surprise them? Or both? I guess both can be an option. Obligation. So wait, your family's on vacation. How come you're not on vacation with them? You too busy? Are you a workaholic? Can't even take a break with fam? Oh, it's their honeymoon. I see. Snipes! Hey, how you doing? What do you mean I'm a real artist? Was I not an artist until this moment? Or is it because I'm making something out of foil? Well, that's cool. If you move to the basement, that counts. Casey is fake artist. Artist. This is the moment I leveled up. Oh, leveled up! Woohoo! I love leveling up. I haven't leveled up in my real life in a long time. Oh, I don't know about that. I feel like I'm still got quite a bit to learn. I'm just gonna do this out of clay because that's gonna be too precarious. I was gonna do some of the musculature of the leg out of foil, but I'm just gonna wait till I've got the clay out. Otherwise I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Sorry, I need to keep this where you guys can see. Yeah, doing stuff with clay is super fun. Me too. What kind of clay do you use, Ender? I'm about to slap some Sculpey on here. The only thing you can wrap in foil is leftovers. Oh, I bet you could. So this is basically just a kimi, so all of this would have been Sculpey. And plus it makes it heavy. If you do tinfoil, it's so light that it doesn't make your sculpture weigh itself down as much if the body of it is made with foil. Or the bulk of it, I should say. So this is one of those cases where I think I need to cut off some of just the tip of that armature in there because I made that leg way too long. Does not make sense. No, it makes sense. I like when things make sense. so this is the basic pose. Once I get the clay in there, I'll be able to like pose it and stuff. You haven't touched it since you graduated? Oh. Probably a dragon cat, if I'm honest. I get bored with just, I love this wheel. I get bored with just regular animals. I have the wheel from the movie Ghost. Oh, the little pottery wheel. Yeah, and there was like a creepy, ghosty scream earlier too, so if a girl could be in the movie Ghost. If you guys see some like ghostly hands reaching around me, just let me know so I can run away and never come back, probably. Yeah. That would not be okay. I would not be okay with any of that. Like, I don't know who you are. Please leave me alone. So this is a tricky part. I'm gonna try to do the shoulder blades a little bit out of foil. But mostly, those are probably gonna have to be sculpey. You have a whole basement to yourself and you want to do art stuff and learn how to do it. Yeah, you totally should, Ender. If you have any questions or need help, let me know. Happy to give advice and teach, pass on the knowledge, as it were. Totally should. You need a ghost girlfriend so she can make you a better artist. No, she'll be creepy. And you can't like take her places. She can't ever meet your family. I'm just kind of filling in this gap in the neck right here. See how there's like a big divot? I just want that to be full. So there's like less of a divot now. And then I'm gonna wrap it. Here's how you wrap things in foil, Snipes, since you said it was so hard. Just wrap it to keep it in place. Reminds you of a ferret? It does kind of look like a ferret. It's got a very long body. Ender just leveled up too. Your whole family is weird, so it's okay. Art contemplation definitely levels you up. Well, this is not going to be... It's probably going to be more cat-like than ferret-like. But it definitely does have, like, now that you mentioned it, it does definitely have, like, a ferret type body cavity. Oh, I'm okay with that. Am I on Twitch and Insta? I am. Or are you talking to Ender? I'm not streaming on Instagram right now, if that's what you mean. Probably should be. I neglect my Instagram stream. I'm just, it's just so annoying. Because you can't see the people talking, so you have to like, I'm always late to respond to people there. Oh, because you didn't see the ferret comment. So if you look on in the chat thing over there, it should show up. Dwayne just said that. He's at the top of the chat. And that's actually on Facebook. So I'm streaming on Facebook right now as well. Yeah, so Ender sees it. So it's just at the top. Well, it was at the top of the chat. Why am I getting texts? Okay, I really want to start covering this in clay. That's when it gets fun for me. This is my least favorite stage. Although it is kind of fun. What? Snipes, you're hosting me. Aw, thank you. Thanks for that host, man. Appreciate it. I love that sound. Casey is a nerd. I mean, does anybody here really not know that? Come on. Let's be honest. Oh, I think I bruised my face. It just hurt to like lean my head on my couch. Right? Like, all Caseys are nerds. So true. Snipes is a nerd. You're just spreading truth. Oh, Ender. I wish I had a pasta machine. I had that in my old classroom and it was so useful. Because like without one you have to do it with your fingernails. Or I mean your fingers. That just takes forever. I guess I could get like a dough roller or something, a rolling pin. But I don't want to. Somebody's walking around outside. What does exclamation point lurk do? What does that mean, Snipes? What does it mean? Okay, so I'm jumping the gun a little bit on this, but I just really want to put this on here. You want to get us set up for a cooking stream? Oh, I didn't know you like to cook. That's awesome. Oh, okay. Maybe I should make it a command so that next time you type it, it'll like call you out. But like, who's lurking? You're lurking. That's fine. If you need to lurk, go ahead. Make apple peanut butter? What? What is an apple peanut butter? What do you mean? You're gonna make apple butter? How do you do that? Do you like blend apples with butter and spices? Artists using devices for unintended purposes. Yep, pretty much. Apple cut up. Oh, I got really excited. I was like, dude, Snipes, you have to do a cooking stream too. I want to see how you make that. I gave you way more credit. So anyway, what I like to do is make the skin for like the bigger parts of the body. So this actually looks to me like it should fit perfectly to cover the chest and basic shoulder. Oh shoot, I can't do that. Just realized I forgot to tinfoil the other arm. So before I press that on, or the hack is core the apple and stuff. Ooh, that's true. I've totally done that before. Where you core the apple, except I baked it in a campfire when I did that, and then I put peanut butter in it. So good. Definitely recommend. Next time you guys go camping, you should do that. Also, make your s'mores with Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups instead of Hershey's, and it will be amazing. I mean, the classic s'more is really good too, but Reese's peanut butter cup s'more is best s'more. 10 out of 10? Wait, why? What did I do that got me 10 out of 10? You want to learn how to bake too? Oh yeah, baking is actually what I'm better at than cooking. I've heard that's how it's like opposite of how it's supposed to be, like supposedly cooking is easier than baking. I don't know. Granted, that's not with gluten-free stuff, that's only true of like wheat things, but I just did so much baking as a kid, I'm just way more comfortable with baking. For a 10 out of 10 for forgetting the tinfoil. Oh. Really? I feel like cooking is what I struggle with, because I just don't know what, like, I don't know what seasonings pair with what. You know, like I can do basic stuff, like I can, you know, put onion powder and garlic powder on, you know, like meat that I'm like, you know, cooking or something. Like I can cook meat, like ground meat, and I can like stir fry. Kind of, but I don't know how. It's really the seasonings that I struggle with cooking. Like I just don't know what flavors taste good with what spices, you know, like I don't know what to put together. I think that's the tricky part. And granted, if I followed a recipe, I'm fine. Like obviously, anytime you follow a recipe, you're probably fine. But just as far as like intuitive, I'm not intuitive about cooking. Whereas baking, I do feel like I'm intuitive. Like if something goes wrong with baking, I know how to fix it. Typically. I don't know. See, and that's the part I don't get. Throw what together? Like like, what do you mean? I have some turmeric. I'm gonna throw turmeric in there. That's probably gonna taste terrible. I've tried to do it so many times with stews, and I'd just be like, I'm gonna experiment with spices and see what tastes good with this meat and these vegetables, and it just never comes out good. And then people are like, it's easy, but it's a science. I'm like, well, I'm not good at science. Maybe that's why I'm bad at cooking. Like, I want to get better. I learned how to pan fry a steak recently, so that was, I mean, useful. So here's a good example of like, see how you can see all the detail in the aluminum foil? Like, it's hard to tell, especially for you guys, but like, you can see I didn't do anything. All I did was lay that skin and push it down over the aluminum foil, and it made like a shoulder blade. Because I had made that out of the foil, it just like helps you know where things are supposed to go. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, that's what I like doing, and that's why I like doing it in foil. Now obviously it's still very bony, so I need to do some clay to fill in the muscles, but that part's fun and easy, if you know where muscles go, I guess. So like, I know that this muscle attaches to here, to pull back here, and so I lay it in like a muscle, and then once it's in there, I just kind of smooth it, and it just starts to naturally look like part of the skin. So it's actually really easy, I think. And if you don't have nails to do smoothing, there's plenty of clay tools you can use that have hard edges for this stuff. You're good at science and math? Yeah, I'm not. Especially math. I'm better at like earth sciences, but like physics type sciences and like chemical stuff I'm not great at. Anything that resembles math. I do like science, I just am not great. I tried to read Einstein's theory of relativity, hoping that that would help me be better at math and science, but it just confused me. It's probably because you're Asian. Sure. Yay, stereotypes. Except for I know a lot of Asians that aren't good at math. Maybe it depends on your parenting style. Like your parents' parenting style. Your parents were strict, yeah. So you had to learn and be good at a lot of stuff. Oh really? They even made you be good at sports? That's new. Usually aren't they just strict about like, most parents are just strict about school. Oh, thanks Dwayne, appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to see you. Kind of see you, I guess. Chat with you. Appreciate the company, my friend. I'll catch you around. I'm sorry guys, I'm so bad about keeping it on screen. This is another reason why I want a camera that's like a face cam. Like sitting right in front of me. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I guess I'll probably have to like wear it on my face though, not my neck. Anyway, making shoulder blades. Shoulder blades. Alright, so sorry it's not super impressive right now. It's gonna look better tomorrow. I mean, well, I'll try not to work on it until I'm streaming again, but next time I stream. Your parents are strict about a lot of stuff, but ever since you moved in with your pop, it's been way, way, way laid back. You still have the more strict nature on cleaning. Like you personally like cleaning? Is that what you mean? Or you just are supposed to clean? Like how most people should clean is scrub your dishes till nothing is on it, then put it in the wash to make it cleaner. Yes, that's what I do. Although I don't really have to scrub because like as soon as I'm done eating, typically I just like rinse it so that nothing sticks because it's all still soft. So it just falls into the disposal. And then I put it in the dishwasher. I don't scrub it typically. unless there's something stuck to it. But like this stuff, since I had dinner on stream and have been sitting here for like half an hour, it's all hard, so I'll have to soak and then scrub this. It's a shame. I don't like having to do that though, because I feel like it's extra work. A rinse takes like 5 seconds. I guess I'll finish this part. I'm not sure how I want the head to be. When I was thinking about this earlier, I was thinking about making this when I was in the shower. I was like inspired to do a sculpt stream. It kind of had like a funny shaped head. It wasn't cat-like at all. It was like very pointy. Your mom is Asian, so you have a lot of sticky stuff or stuff that hardens quickly, and you don't like wearing shoes inside. Because, oh yeah, I was raised not to wear, I'm not Asian, like I'm not even part Asian. My family is very, well, we're kind of mutts, but mostly European. Definitely like not a lot of recent Asian in the family. Anyway, but we were always raised to take shoes off inside just because it's easier to clean up when there's not, like you don't have to clean up a bunch of messy shoe prints, you know? And so I just kind of automatically take my shoes off, even when I'm at other people's houses. I just feel like it's better that way. So I don't know that that's necessarily an Asian thing. Although I guess traditionally it's definitely more Asian than probably other places. It's super disrespectful. You mean in Asian cultures it's super disrespectful? I can see that. Anyway, so here's like a little like yelling creature. I don't know if that's the final face or not, but I kind of like it. It's more, looks like a turtle. Anyway, I don't know if that's exactly how I want to do this. I might change it next time. We'll see. But anyway. My parents were, I mean, my mom was kind of strict, but not like horribly, just like you knew you needed to do certain things and so you just did them. There wasn't like I was not like afraid of my mom or anything. It was just like, this is how things are done. And then like she would definitely like stay on top of us to make sure we got like chores and homework done, and we didn't get to slide at all. Like if we didn't do it when we said we were gonna do it, she would be back to check, and like if we didn't, there would be consequences. So just learn to do it when she said to do it. Where was I going with that? But yeah, I mean, she wasn't like probably what you're talking about with like Asian parents, like you have to get straight A's and everything, and like being really harsh about grades. My parents just wanted us to try our best, but like it wasn't like a casual, just try your best. It was like, try your best, but we're gonna like make sure you try your best and are actually doing your best and not slacking off. Cause like, well, I think all three of us made pretty okay grades. Like, I think my middle brother and I were better in school than my youngest brother. He had a hard time, mostly just because he was just very forgetful and he would forget to turn in his assignments. Even though they went to school with him, he would just forget to turn them in, even though he had them like with him. It was really weird. In Asian cultures, it's disrespectful, especially not saying thank you for dinner before and after. Yeah, that makes sense. Ugh, there we go. Okay. So here's what we got kind of so far. Kind of an upper view. Family wanted you to get 90% A's. Your mom got more Americanized. She didn't care if I didn't go to college or not. Oh, really? I mean, our parents definitely encouraged us to go to college. It wasn't like required, but it was definitely just like, they were very clear to us that, you know, your life it'll be easier to get jobs if you have a degree. Which is not untrue, unfortunately. I think there's a lot of people who are very qualified who don't have degrees and have the experience, and they get overlooked because they don't, which is unfortunate, but I do think it just in general it makes it easier to get a job if you have a degree, or to like get a job that you can ladder climb in. Like, I'm really glad I got my degree, even though I'm not using it per se right now. It's just like I have it if I need it. And I have years of experience to like get jobs in it, so. Oh, your family told you to stray because they knew you struggled. Hey, I mean, if you got A's, that's good though. I mean, did you do okay in school? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I went to college, but I haven't used the degree in 3 years. But that was a very deliberate choice. Not because I got fired or something. Anyway, here's my little... Sorry, you guys can't really see that. Probably gonna stop here for tonight. He needs feet on his front legs, but I don't know if I like that face or not. What do you guys think? Kind of looks like a snapping turtle to me. I definitely want something to be like flaring out, so he might have like porcupine quills or something. I'm not really sure how I want to do those yet. I might sculpt them separately and then glue them on, because I've had such bad luck with quills specifically, and like spines. So I might shape them and then flash fire them to harden them a little, and then kind of like make sure they fit and sculpt them a little more, and then fire them all separately and then glue them on at the end. Because I feel like that has not gone well for me. It does look like a turtle. Trying to leave your ladder climber job done with cubicle slavery. Yeah, no, I definitely never had to deal with any of that, thankfully. Although I did have to deal with like teacher politics, which is kind of, I don't know, there's some politics in education. It's pretty red tapey and somewhat bureaucratic in a lot of ways, but nothing like an office job. I'm glad you like it. From this angle, it looks like a rat dinosaur. It does look like a rat dinosaur. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I kind of like sculpting without a plan. Spin. Spin. Oh well. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I think I'm gonna have to, the trick will be to avoid the temptation to put wings on it, because I always want to put wings on stuff. Unless they're very small. But I don't think it will match. Anyway, that's the app. That's it. What's the third platform you stream on? You can't tell. Oh, it's Picardo. It's an art streaming. Thanks, Last. It's an art streaming site. Just because, well, I didn't include the infrastructure for wings, so there's no like skeletal armature stuff, which makes it really hard. If you don't add that in the beginning, it makes it hard to add it later. So it's a better idea to not add something big like wings that's going to make it possibly structurally unsound. I had issues with that with Frankie for sure, and that's why Frankie ended up having his wings on the ground. Yeah, I like Picardo too. It's not as popular as it used to be. I don't get as much traffic there as I used to, so I just stream there just because, might as well. And there's been a few people lately actually who found me, so that's been cool. But yeah, so if I do add wings, they need to be like really tiny, and I think those look silly on this guy, so I think I'm gonna stick with spines. But anyway, I think I'm gonna stop here for tonight. I'll definitely be streaming it on Tuesday. I don't know if I'll be doing this, or if I'll be drawing. I might work on this more since it's just been so long since I've done sculpting streams. And they're fun, and I miss them. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I always appreciate your company and your support and just like hanging out and chatting. It really helps make me feel like, I don't know, it just makes the time go by faster when I have people to talk to. So I appreciate that. And hey, look what I made today. Look what we did. Look what we made. So yeah, I'll stop spinning it now and just go. But yeah, oh yeah, if you guys aren't in the Discord, you should totally join. That way we can chat in between streams, share things and whatnot. It's a good place if you're an artist or a learning artist in there, if you want to post what you're doing so we can give critique. There's a lot of artists in there. Yeah, so I'll be streaming it on Tuesday. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, again, thank you for hanging out. And I will see you next time. If I can figure out where my thing is. There.